You know, AEW gets a lot of hate from a lot of different people, including myself at times, unjustly or justly. But let's talk about something that they're doing well. And that is Timeless Toni Storm. Last night in the women's match with Rio versus Ruby Soho, which it's unfortunate, people, but let's just come to the reality that Ruby Soho's never going to be a women's champion no matter where she goes. I don't know why. I don't understand it. She's just always going to be on the brink of greatness, but always falls short. But if you don't want to fall short somewhere, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below how you feel about Timeless Toni Storm. Do you like the character? Do you hate the character? Are you excited about this new character? Or are you, whatever about this new character? But when Toni Storm came to AEW, it was kind of like she was trying to find her place. She didn't make it as a single story at the first go around. She would join Outcast, win the women's championship, and Outcast just wasn't booked properly, so it just seemed like they just was kind of floundering as well. And then Toni would find Timeless Toni Storm, and you talk about somebody who has dove into a character, who makes you believe and makes you care about somebody. Toni Storm found it. I'm talking the 1920s version of Toni Storm. A proper, elegant, better than you, etc., who the fans, who I think seem to love what Toni Storm is doing. And I noticed something last night when she was on commentary, what caught my attention, that really made me, what really helps bring the character. AEW's doing Toni Storm right. It's not just the character work, it's the fact that when they go over to her shot, they go from collar to black and white. And then when they go back to the match, it's back in the collar. But when they go back to Toni Storm, black and white camera. That is something special. That's something that stands out to any viewer, if you ask me. It's something that makes you go, okay, wow. And when she wrestles, it's not in black and white. Unfortunately, WWE, when they had The Fiend, his matches were in red, and people absolutely hated it. But with Toni Storm, with what they're doing is the right thing. And bringing back Rio, who she can be gone for such a long time, but she has such a great connection with the AEW fans. It just it seems like she's kind of like the gatekeeper. You want to prove yourself as a women's champion, sooner or later you're going to have to face Rio. And Rio is a very, very good in-ring wrestler. I'm excited about this. This is a chance to brag up AEW. This is a chance to tell you that AEW is not all doom and gloom, that AEW is not a bad wrestling show. Any wrestling fan, a true wrestling fan, will like both brands. Now, you will have your favorites, of course. I have mine. But let's try to spin a positive light on wrestling instead of always breaking it down into a negative light. Let's try to show something positive instead of always trying to tear something down. Let's enjoy these things like this, where they go the extra mile for a character, or go the extra mile to make you watch the show. What they did last night with this is something to brag about, because not everyone's going to do that. Let's face it, not everybody gets this treatment. She has found her character. Now, how long this character lasts, who knows? But she has found her niche. Toni Storm has been able to pull herself to the top of the AEW women's position, women's division. And quite honestly, it competes with WWE's women's division right now. Just saying. Just saying.